to another episode of Financial Freeway. My name is David J. Atwood. I am the man rocking the Ray-Bans, and we are on the island of Pau Quoc in Vietnam right now, and we're in this complex that we took off to, and I swear to God, it looks like we are. You see this guy behind me on the scooter? He's the only guy here. 100%. This place is like deserted, and I'm just give you a look. Here we go. Look at that. It's like we're in this dystopian town where there's nobody here. But I'm just gonna turn around real quick so you can see. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but right behind me there, that's the Indian Ocean that we're in the middle of, and there goes the only occupant of this village that we're in. It's just mind-blowing. So I don't know if it's off season or what, but there's nobody here. So we got ourselves a room. We were actually a little bit north on the island. We got this one room, and it was actually quite awful. And it was one of those things where we booked it, and we booked it by looking at the photos. The photos were beautiful pool, beautiful bungalows. In fact, we actually rented a bungalow, and then we showed up and they said, no, you didn't rent a bungalow with a pool view. You rented a standard bungalow, and it ended up being just basically a hotel room. There was it wasn't anything. So we decided to find another place, and we found this place in the south side of the island, and it is it's kind of breathtaking. It really is breathtaking. You see the colonial influence on some of the architecture here. The French, because French was a part of the Vietnam thing for a spell. Anyways, we ended up at this place. Love it. It's really amazing. And a little breezy right now, but now we're just going down to check out the beach, do a little bit of exploring before we have our lunch and see what else we're gonna do. But I gotta spin this around so you guys can see this. It is breathtaking. It really is. So we're at this resort, and it was one of those things. Like, I'm sitting at the resort, and I got up this morning really early. It was still dark, and the jungle was alive. Like, there was, as around 4 o'clock in the morning, the sun wasn't really coming up yet, but the jungle was starting to wake up, and there was a lot of birds, and a bunch of monkeys. There were so many of these monkeys all around us, and I didn't realize how close they were. It was kind of freaky, but I really enjoyed it, but it was uncomfortable. The bed wasn't nice. There was a lot of things wrong with it. So what I did is I sat down and I thought, how would I change things? How would I make things different if I ran this place? And I made a quick list of all these things, and before you knew it, I had a business plan. And I think what got me was, when you're sitting there and you're in a situation that you're not happy with, start kind of coming up with ideas how to make it better, and you might actually create some solutions that no one thought of. Not that I did that, I didn't create solutions, but you might actually end up clicking on something. And I think that's wow, this place is really amazing. So just take a look here. There's one guy working a little stand over there. It's like, swear to God, it's like there was an apocalypse and no one told us. And we get this white sand. It's like sugar to ourselves, this entire beach. This is incredible. Anyways, I ended up, you look for solutions to problems, and eventually what's going to happen is you may actually end up finding a plan that works for you. Okay, I have to show you this. Okay, here, stand by. This tropical moment brought to you by Financial Freeway. This is a breathtaking beach. I feel like this is paradise. Anyways, he said there's nobody here but us. It's huge. It's like a town. It's not even just a resort. It's a huge complex. And there's nobody here. There's one guy working the bar here and one guy working the loungers, but it's hilarious. Anyways, I sat down and I thought, what would I do? How would I do things differently if this was my hotel, if I was running things? And, before you know it, I had an actual plan, an actual real plan. And then they started working out the financing. Like, what would the financing cost? How would I be able to actually put something together to make a decent resort that actually works? And before you knew it, I had an actual plan with financing, managing the financing, and hiring staff, the entire works. And I think that's really what I think that excites me, is when I see a problem, I start to find solutions, and next thing you know, you've got an actual viable business running in minutes. In minutes is what it took me. And I ended up realizing that I could actually finance the thing myself. So me and Cavi started seriously talking about going to one of these tropical islands and trying to find I can't believe we got this whole place to ourselves, and trying to find a place to open up and actually make a go of doing a resort thing. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the whole idea, the exercise was there, that we were able to actually, I was able to actually come up with some thoughts and some concepts, get the brain working, get the mind working, and actually find something that felt good to do. You know, instead of just whining about what's wrong, I actually came across an idea of how to actually fix it and make it into something. So that's what I suggest for you. If you're in a situation where you're seeing problems, well, try and sit down and work on solutions. Work on coming up with a solution to the problems, and you might actually end up finding a really great business opportunity for yourself. And closing in for the second half of this, I really want to quickly talk about a video I saw the other day. And this guy was telling a bunch of college students, if you're working for someone for $20 an hour, they're making $25 an hour, $30 an hour, $100 an hour off of your labor. And he says, if you think you're being ripped off, you are. And I got really mad about that video at first, and then I realized, you know what? It actually makes sense. And I want people to understand it. I want people to see that. I want people to see that, yeah, you are being ripped off. That's how business works. You don't hire somebody to work and make you $19 an hour if it costs you $20 an hour. That's not what business is. Business only works if you're making money off everything. So if you're hiring someone to work for you, and you're paying them, you're making money off them, and that's what you have to do. So if you don't want to be on that end of the stick, you want to be on the operating end of the stick that's swinging instead of the receiving end of the stick, then what you got to do is open up your own business. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. As I said before, Financial Freeway 23.ca. That's the website. That's where all the really good action is. Check that out. That's where everything is. The resources, the spreadsheets that we're going to be putting up there. And also, if you like what you're watching, make sure you hit the thumbs up. And number one, the most important thing is spread the good news. Let everyone know that they have an inalienable right to live a life of abundance. Thanks so much for watching. God bless you wherever you are in the world.